So, Lee, there is a new Harry Styles single out this week. Have you heard it, and what do you think?
I love it. And
Really?
I do. I didn't, my first listen, I was in the airport. I was like walking through the airport, and I was like, okay, this is kind of like, I don't really know what the melody is. Like, it's so, usually a pop song, the melody is like, you hear one phrase and you're like, yep, that's the melody. And it's pretty much going to repeat in like slightly different ways for the whole verse. But the way his melody in the verse was, I was like, where even is the one? Like, where are we? But then, I heard it a few more times and like was able to focus a little more. And yeah, it started to get in my blood a little bit.
I'm actually kind of surprised. I didn't think you were going to like it very much.
I understand that because I walked away from my first listen genuinely being like, that was kind of trash. But it's grown on me.
Yeah, and what you're describing about it taking a little while for the song to develop, I think that is what I like about it, is that by the time the song is really going, it feels like a different thing from where it started. I mean, if I were to describe the mood and the style of it, to me, it's kind of like melancholic. It's a little bit dark. It's kind of like, I see like dark grays and dark greens, colors when I hear it. And it's got a pretty distinct like techno, sort of electronic side to it. Right. That I think is what I dislike about it the most is that kind of like pulsating rhythmic electronic thing. How do you feel about the instrumental and the production style?
Well, it does have kind of techno genre sonics, but the way that they're used are very unconventional. I mean, not very unconventional, but it's like the kick drum pulse being boom, 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 boom. When that happened, I was expecting it to be much simpler and much more kind of predictable. And when that pattern came in, I was like, oh, this is like kind of, I don't know where this is going. And I don't know. I think I'm just a sucker for an ultra famous pop star doing something that's really, really anti-formulaic. Yeah. And like I said, I've said this before about other Harry Styles songs. If there was an artist singing this exact same song, exact same production, even if their voice sounded identical to Harry's, but they were like a C tier celebrity instead of an A+ tier celebrity, I would find this song to be completely mid, totally forgettable. But because it's Harry Styles doing something weird, I'm like, this is awesome. I'm like totally in, I
think it's also probably when someone comes out with a song and they haven't put out music in a while, the expectation that you have building up to it really, really sets a high bar that isn't really fair. Sure. I think I'm judging it harsher than I would normally. And I do like it. It's not that I think it's a bad song or anything like that. I think what happens for me is with that sort of electronic, like, train style rhythm, it has a flattening effect. And this is something we've talked a lot about when we produce music together, is that the song stops feeling dynamic after a little bit to me. And it has a lot to do with the drums and that sort of synth, that pulsating synth, that, again, it flattens out and the song loses dynamicism. Like, one thing we try to do when we produce a song, depending on the style, is to really keep the listener on their toes a little bit, where you don't necessarily know exactly what's going to happen. And sometimes there's a beat that's going for a while and it breaks for a moment and like a little effect comes in and then it comes back. And I feel like, this song has a slight droning quality about it that just, I'm not all that crazy about.
Well, is it the fact, like, is it the fact that the sounds that are happening are electronic and you kind of know in your brain that this sound is being created essentially by a computer? Or is it just that the sounds and the harmonies and the rhythms are basically looped, and so you're just hearing the same thing over and over?
It's that I like them for about 10 seconds, and then I'm kind of like over it. And, it actually reminds me of this one song I know you and I are both really into. It's a Katy Perry song that does a similar. Do you remember what is that? Till It's Over? No, not Till It's Over.
Never Really Over.
It's Never Really Over. Yeah. It has that same. So that's an example of a song that does something similar, but I think absolutely smashes it out of the park in terms of the production style.
Okay, but here's the thing. That Katy Perry song is a straight down the middle formulaic pop song. It has a very clear verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, end. And the melodies are extremely like symmetrical. You know exactly when something's ending and beginning. As where Harry Styles is kind of trying to like blur the lines. He's trying to kind of make something a little more artful, a little more like with more depth. And so it's not going to be like a mega earworm that, you know what I'm saying, like the Katy Perry song, but you know what I mean? Like, and
I do know what you mean. I think there are different ways of being formulaic. What you're describing is a formula of form of the song, of having like a verse and then a pre-chorus and then a chorus. And you're right, the Katy Perry song is very straightforward in that sense. But what interests me and what I love about that Katy Perry song is how unexpected other parts of the production are. Like when the chorus hits and she is singing like the fast 16th notes, just like the synth and the drums are doing in the background. To me, that feels very interesting and not something that I'm used to hearing from, her style.
Right.
It stands apart from other Katy Perry songs. It sounds different from other Katy Perry songs. And I don't really care about the verse, pre-chorus, chorus thing, but my ears love it so much that
right. Okay.
The form, I don't care about verse, pre-chorus, chorus. It's just it sounds too good for me to be able to dislike it.
Because like I think I'm not. It's not even so much that it's like that I can tell the order of the sections when the song's happening. It's more like Katy Perry. It starts like this. And then that exact same thing repeats. And then tell myself, draw the line. And I do. And then that repeats. So it's like, you hear a very symmetrical, very easy to digest melody. Then that melody repeats. And then as the song goes, you can tell in the production and in the vocals, we're building. Like the song is building in intensity. We are reaching a crescendo, like a climax point. And I think what you love about it is once you get that big swell, and then the beat comes in. Just because it's over doesn't mean it's really you. It's like it's an unexpected beat drop, right? It's like you on your first listen, you would never expect that it would go into this super like neck-breakingly funky chorus because the verse is like a little different. But with Harry's song, I can't remember how the verse goes now, but it's like not symmetrical in that same way. It's and even as the song gets going, there's not this like very clear build, cut, and then the beat drops. It's like, and I think that's what I mean by like non-formulaic is not so much just the sections, but kind of just, I don't know. It's not like over explaining to you what's going to happen next. Like where you are in the song. You're kind of just in a little ocean and you kind of got to figure out what the song is and where it's going. And so,
and it's only just dropped. It might be the case that a couple weeks from now it settles in for me and I fall in love with it. And that's its own quality, right? Is a song that you have to like learn to connect with. Do you ever hear or do you ever see colors or textures associated with music? Is that a thing for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not like overwhelming, but when I hear that Harry Styles song, I see like a deep blue, very blue.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Because to me, it's like the Katy Perry song in my head is distinctly purple and orange, like bright purple and orange.
Yeah, I'm similar.
to me, the colors that go with that production approach we were talking about of kind of electronic drums and sort of pulsating rhythmic synthesizers, to me, they were meant for purple and orange. Like they maximized that tool set because the songwriting was so they just nailed how to use that tool set perfectly. Mm-hmm. And in the Harry Styles song, I see him using a tool set to paint with other colors and like experiment. Mm-hmm. Like, let's use a tool set that is designed to make bright purple and orange, and let's make foggy green and dark gray. And it's cool. Mm-hmm. And it's like an artistic, venture that I think is strong and I appreciate. But it just doesn't, it's not a smash out of the park home run for me.
Yes. And I agree. I don't think it's a smash out of the park home run. And it's honestly something that like I probably won't return to a bunch. I'll kind of hear it 4 or 5 times and really understand what the song is and like appreciate the artistic quality of it and the fact that it's Harry Styles and be like, this is awesome. But I'm not going to like crave to hear it like I do that Katy Perry song, which if I get an itching to hear that song, which, probably can just happen by having this conversation, like I need to go hear it. And with the Harry song, it doesn't it's not going to get deeply in my blood in that way. At least I would imagine. So yeah, I think we're in a similar spot where it's like, hey, I really appreciate what he's doing.
I mean, is there a better Katy Perry song?
No,
like maybe California Girls, dude. California Girls.
I mean, we listened to It's Never Really Over every single day on tour, so it's like it's become normal for us. And I mean that literally because it was our soundcheck song. But I think if you're a first time listener, if I could wipe your memory and you're hearing California Girls next to that, it's like not even a question.
Okay. I'm not gonna fight you on that. But the thing with California Girls, of course, is that you just heard it in life when you didn't want to hear it, right?
Right. Good point.
You were subjected to it because it was so widely played. At least with Never Really Over, we just, we were in the mood every time.
Right.
I think we'll revisit this one day. We should just blast California Girls because it's an incredible song. It really is.
Yeah, and that's I'm not knocking that song because that song is pop gold. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. What is it? It's done, tan, fit, and ready. Turn it up because it's getting heavy. Wow, West Coast. These are the girls I love the most. Man, Snoop Dogg elevates that song, and it's such a random feature. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't expect it, but he crushed that, bro.
Snoop Dogg always cracks me up because his style is so much just like talking.
Yeah,
it's like
so chill,
vaguely rhythmic talking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like he's thinking about what a lyric could be, and he's kind of talking through it.
Right.
And that's the final take. That's just what it is.
He is like the nonchalant king. Like I've never heard enthusiasm in Snoop Dogg's voice.
The nonchalant savant.
Yeah, dude. For real.
So Lee, I've been really excited to talk to you for the last couple of days because recently I was at a social event.
Okay. Oh.
In which there was a lot of hubbub. People were talking. There was a lot of background noise.
Oh,
hubbub.
My goodness.
Yep.
Okay.
Just to say that there was a lot of ambient sound and there was music playing amidst the ambient sound.
All right.
To the point that I couldn't really hear like the words or the lyrics of the song, but I could hear the bass line and the drums.
Okay.
And I was like, dang, this I need to know what song this is because this is grooving so hard. I have to ask someone. So I was asking the folks around me, do you know what song is playing right now? Mm-hmm. And someone informed me that it was Mariah Carey's We Belong Together.
Woo!
And on the way home from this social event, my wife played for me her favorite Mariah Carey album, and my mind was blown.
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go.
My mind was blown.
Oh, I've never been more excited.
Yeah. I just never, we've talked about this before about being in the right mindset to like understand an artist.
Yes.
And the way I grew up and what I grew up around, there's been a lot of artists that my mindset has barred me from. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
And it's very exciting. It's very exciting for me to realize, oh, I'm about to really get into someone I've never gotten into before.
Right.
So have you just been a Mariah fan from the gun?
I mean, like, I can't say that I truly have consumed her albums, but I am intimately familiar with her hits.
I mean, as a singer yourself, what is it like listening to Mariah Carey?
Yeah, I mean, she's a phenomenal singer, but I'm not really that moved by singing ability. That's not really what gets me going. There are some people that can exhibit and really convey true soulfulness. Like Yeba is someone that comes to mind that I could just listen to her sing, the ABCs and just be moved.
Yeah.
But I think people that sing more in the traditional pop style, I'm like, yeah, Ariana Grande can riff up and down. I'm like, cool, I guess, but I'm here for the songwriting, and the production, and her songwriting and production are bananas. So that's what I'm in it for.
The album that my wife Anna was showing me is called The Emancipation of Mimi.
Oh, yeah.
And the first 3 songs are out of control. The first song is called It's Like That. Are you familiar with that song?
Oh, I don't know if I am.
Oh my gosh, dude. I'm not going to ruin it for you. We Belong Together is track number 2.
Remind me how that one goes again.
We belong together.
Oh. When you left, I lost a part of me. It's been that one.
Yep.
So hard to believe. Woo! Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
And then the third song, you probably don't know. I don't think it was a huge hit. It only has 161 million plays on Spotify. It's called Shake It Off. And those 3 songs, the rest of the album, it plateaus. It plateaus for sure. They put the hitters as the first 3 songs.
Right.
But the first 3 songs themselves are just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I forget what the production of music like that really is. It's so vocal heavy. It's there's a little keys part, there's drums, there's some bass, and maybe a little sample thing, and then the rest of it is just wall to wall voice.
Yeah. Right.
And man, it makes me want to write something like that, but easier said than done.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But that's the thing. You could play "We Belong Together" on a guitar, on an acoustic guitar, and sing it, and it stands 10 feet tall.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But yeah, I am, and I feel like culture as a whole is kind of going through a infatuation with the early 2000s.
You think so, dude?
I do.
I think that's true. Here's what the last thing I want to say about Mariah Carey. I have been accused in my personal life, and not in a bad way, but I've been notified that I can be this way. I've been told that my emotional variability can be low, right?
Okay, right.
Where,
you're pretty steady in one spot.
Yeah, not a lot of range there, which I try to take as constructive criticism. But I think then a lot of times I'm going through life like, you know what? I feel lots of things. I feel sad sometimes. I feel happy sometimes.
Right.
But then listening to Mariah Carey, I realize no, there are people feeling things just based on the emotion she's putting into this song.
Wow.
There are people feeling things I have not reached the crest of these emotional experiences.
Wow. Now, do you get that out of the way she is singing, or do you get it out of the songwriting? Okay, so delivery.
The way she is singing.
Wow. That's powerful.
The intensity and the emotionality behind it, for me, it's often kind of, I think, what turns me off from music like that. And it's, taken me a while to just kind of relax and get what's going on. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she exists on emotional planes that I am a pure tourist in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, That's interesting. I wonder, I wonder if she's really feeling the weight of it all when she is singing it, or if because I don't know, like as an artist and as someone who, at least I would probably claim that I'm a pretty emotive, I'm a very expressive person in general, but like when I am playing music, I can tap into like an emotion.
Yeah.
But you can't, sometimes you don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you're
almost acting a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And so I wonder if I wonder what it was like for her, because I can imagine at that time, she's one of the biggest pop stars in the world. She probably did hundreds of takes, and had like a vocal producer in the booth with her, like coaching her, and like engineers giving her notes, and like, I wonder, but does that even matter to you? Like,
it doesn't.
Yeah,
it really doesn't. It's for me, it's really about what am I feeling as the listener, and if she felt it truly in that moment, I think it's kind of secondary.
Right. Oh, okay. So it's giving you a glimpse, just from how it's making you feel. It's giving you a glimpse into like, oh, there is a depth of emotion that I may not have ever even really been there before.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm sure I haven't. There's no question. It's like,
but it's because inside of you're catching a glimpse. You're not saying like, oh, because she's singing this way, she must be feeling so much. It's like you can kind of grasp it slightly inside yourself.
The best way I can put it is like, if you've never been on a roller coaster before, if you've never been on like a really fast, really high roller coaster, the feeling, you can't really describe to someone what it's like to get to the top of one of the peaks and then turn and go straight down. Like the feeling of your heart dropping, like just the physical danger you feel at the moment, is you can't tell someone what that feels like. And listening to Mariah Carey, she pulls me to the top of an emotional place I've never been before, and I couldn't be told what it was like. And then I get a glimpse of it through her performance. It's like, she pulls me to the peak of like that level of emotionality and shows me what it's like to be on that roller coaster for a moment. Wow. But the other thing with it is like, so much of it is obviously like romantic music. It's very much about relationships and
right.
But it's a specific type of that. Like if you were to imagine what, she's painting this picture of like being on a date, for example, like we're going on a date tonight, and the picture is very much like candlelit romantic dinner with like gold silverware and like embroidered like tablecloth, and in a way that I think part of what turned me off to that music feels a little bit cheap. And that's not the right way to put it, or maybe it's just so stock. It's like the things, the romanticism that they sing about is very like early 2000s kind of like mainstream romantic movie. This is what a romantic relationship should be like.
Right.
And I've always been drawn more to people singing about the like messy, imperfect, weirdnesses about people that they're attracted to, as opposed to like this kind of idealized,
polished.
Yeah. And I think that makes it very much of its time. I don't think that's really aged that well. I'm not sure how many people are still making music like that now.
I think people that make music like that now are appealing to the nostalgia for that time.
Yeah. And speaking of nostalgia, here's what our entree for today's episode is.
Okay.
We are going to take a look back to that 2000 to like 2012 era, which is now far enough away. I mean, do you agree that it's now far enough away that it is a distinct time in terms of culture?
I mean, it's a decade just like the 80s,
We need a name for it. That's its biggest problem, is we don't have a name.
It's Y2K.
Y2K? Is that what people are calling it? But like, to me, Y2, like the year 2000 is more 90s, and I need like the name for like the 2010 era.
Oh, the 2010 era. Oh. Yeah. I thought you meant 2000 to 2010. So you mean...
it's part of that. It all blurs together. There is no real borders between things, right?
But like music in 2006 versus 2016 I mean, those 2 years I think represent the 2 decades well, right? Like 2016 is like tick tock on the clock, DJ blow my speakers up, and 2006 is like Mariah Carey, or maybe Mariah Carey's a little earlier than that, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because we're still too close to it. Like, that is true of every musical era. Like, we think now of the 80s as being one thing, and then the 90s are a different thing. But if you went back to that time, it'd be the same thing where the lines are blurred between those. There was no, all right, it's the 90s now. Now we make this kind of music.
Yeah, I feel like the 2010s are just starting to kind of crystallize, and we can be able to look back and like capture the essence of it, because it is, you know. You listen to, I don't know, man, even like Dua Lipa from like 4 years ago, and you kind of hear it still. You know what I mean? Like, it's still in there a little bit. We haven't like fully left it yet, where we have from like 2002, but not necessarily 2015.
Okay, so on that subject, here's what we're doing today, Lee. You're gonna blind rank 5 artists from that era. Okay. All right. Let's go. One is the best. 5 is the worst. You're not going to know who is left on the list when you rank each of these. So you got to tread carefully. You got to. Let's go. All right. So, number 1 on the blind ranking 2010 nostalgia list.
Let's go, baby.
We have, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Macklemore.
Oh, let's go. All right. I have to think carefully here. Oh, man, that's just such a good character to pull out. Because he's so distinct. Obviously, you know, Thrift Shop was big for me. Thrift Shop was huge for me. Were you
in high school with Thrift Shop?
Yeah, early high school.
See, I was early college with Thrift Shop. So like walking through a college campus, like frat houses, it's like every other frat house just had Thrift Shop bumping.
Dude, I remember, because I was in like 10th grade. I remember being in my mom's basement with, you've probably seen this, I used to have the speaker at my house in Nashville. Huge speaker, like as tall as your rib cage. And just plugging it in and just cranking it to 11. Like your chest was like vibrating, and just, we would just dance. Me and my buddy Sean, we would just dance to that song because it was so infectious. Da 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 da. Anyway, okay. He had Thrift Shop. He had like, and we throw our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Yeah. It's another bop. I actually saw Macklemore live in like 2014 at the Verizon Center in DC. It was amazing. I was pretty close too. I was in like the pit. It was phenomenal. He had Same Love was like I remember that being huge. I don't know if you remember that one. I don't. All right, you probably got some heavy hitters. So I'm gonna put Macklemore at 4.
4. Okay, leaving some space. I like it.
I mean, okay, it's either 4 or 3. Let me put him. Let me put him at 3.
Okay. All right.
Put some respect on his name.
Next up, we got Beyonce.
All right. Okay. Everybody relax. Everybody just calm down. I love Beyonce. And
Oh no.
Everybody calm down. I you know, it's like I can't and okay, maybe my judgment is a little skewed because of her more recent music being a little underwhelming to me. But I've frequently felt like Beyonce's stardom is a little more heavily relying on her brand and her image and her persona than it is just the music. You know, she's got some bangers. She's got some to the left. She's got, you know, got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's got me.
Oh God, it's so good.
Yeah, and those are hard to argue with.
Put a ring on it.
Oh yeah.
Who Run the World, dude?
Yeah, see, it's ones like those that that kind of lost me a little bit.
No, really?
Like, come on, ladies, let's get in formation. I'm like,
I love it.
Those ones I don't connect with as well. They're a little more kind of like, I don't know, they have this kind of like marching band kind of like, she's like a drill sergeant sound to them, like shouty.
What you didn't have in your childhood, Lee, was an aunt like I did who loved Beyonce.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I had someone growing up who Beyonce was like their favorite thing in the world, and I got to see Beyonce through that. I saw someone enjoy it, and it clicked.
Yeah,
I was like, "You're right. That is badass."
Right.
I feel like you didn't have an avenue in when she was in her prime, because you're right. She's like, she's not putting out the hitters like she used to, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. And if you weren't kind of like, I feel like if you weren't into it at the time, it's like I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm probably forgetting some things. Oh, she's got Halo. I can see your halo. All right, I'm putting her at 2.
After all that, you're putting her at 2?
Yeah, because I mean, like, it's not like we're talking about some kind of rando that like I don't really like that. Like, I'm trying to temper down the hubbub about Beyonce. Like, the best I can do is take her from number 1. I'm just trying to like, I can't justify putting her behind Macklemore. I just can't do that. So
okay, I hear you. Okay, next up, LMFAO.
Wow. So this is really difficult because I don't really know what qualities I'm ranking this for, right? Cultural
just
impact.
Your personal, what did you connect with the most?
No, I know, but like in my own self, as I'm thinking through this ranking, it's like the novelty, the absurdity, the this could only exist in this one cultural moment kind of quality.
Yeah.
LMFAO crushes that, and they're like, they're just a time capsule, and it's amazing and beautiful. But then on the flip side, it's like their music is not timeless in any way. Where
it's pretty recyclable.
Yeah, like even Thrift Shop, which has its anchors, in certain places in the 2010s, but like it's just at the same time it's a little bit undeniable, just in general. And I can't say that about LMFAO. So I guess I have to kind of put them, even though I appreciate them for the stamp that they left. I got to put them at 5. So
it's funny because even their name, it's like, it's such a brilliant name because it embodies a whole other part of culture.
Yeah.
It's like an embracing of text message culture.
Right.
In like 2010. Dude, the iPhone had only been around for 3 years when LMFAO came out.
Right.
Like the crazy clothes. You know what I think of? Do you remember the Key and Peele sketch of LMFAO?
No, I feel like I have
dude, it is so
memories
funny.
of that.
It's like, you know how like a lot of their songs, they're just party rock anthems. I think they have a song called Party Rock Anthem. But it's about like how the party never stops. And in the Key and Peele sketch, the party actually never stops, and they're caught in this like hellscape loop where like they want to go to bed, but the party's... Well, anyway.
Party rockers in the house tonight.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I mean, that's
it's
pop,
such
dude.
nostalgia. It's such nostalgia. Where'd you put them? What was your number?
I put him 5.
That's fair. Yeah. I think that's fair. Okay, so we got, let's see, Macklemore at 3, LMFAO at 5, Beyonce at 2. That means you got, 1 and 4 still open.
Yeah, it's dangerous because if you don't give me a heater, then I'm going to have a bozo at number 1. So.
All right, well, look no further because your next band up is the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, yes. Yes. Number 1, without a question. If you gave me them first, they would have been number 1. I don't need to hear any other artists. Number 1. Oh, my God. I mean, you know this. I've been going through a Black Eyed Peas phase for the past, year.
Yeah.
They were in the zeitgeist growing up, and I definitely, consumed their albums and enjoyed them. I wasn't like the number one fan, but man, coming back to it as a fully matured adult, there is genuine genius inside of those some of those songs. So yeah, that's no question, man. That's no question.
Yeah, we were backstage at the Seattle show.
Yeah,
before we played Seattle, and you played me Elefunk, that album. And yeah, I have for decades now had the Black Eyed Peas in my brain as this kind of like throwaway band.
Yeah,
of like being kind of like, ugh. They had a couple songs that were kind of cool, but man, there was a lot of junk in there. And then you played me that album. I was, never mind. There is a lot of this is really, really good and hilarious. It's like,
yes, exactly.
It's such a strong flavor. It's so like they committed so hard.
Yes. I mean, dude, there's so many, dude. What is it? And the bass keeps running. Oh my gosh. Admin, woohoo! Oh, I like those songs. Those songs make me want to like get outside of my skin. Like they're so hype. Oh my gosh.
Maybe maybe no other band or no other song has ever suffered more from its own popularity than I've Got a Feeling.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like
totally. But if you take a break for 10 years and you come back to it, you're like, hey, it kind of hits.
Yeah. I don't know if I can ever recover from the degree to which that song was overplayed. Mm-hmm. And it really did it a disservice.
Yeah.
I mean, it really kind of did the whole band a disservice.
It did, but man, I'm looking at some of their songs right now. You got Will you meet me halfway? Right at the borderline is where I want to stay for you.
What song is that?
Meet Me Halfway. You might not know that one. Oh man, they got done like that, boom boom pow, and chicken jacking my style. Oh my gosh, dude! Like, okay, here's the thing: you can hear me just like sing it, and the melody pops in your head. But when you put it in your headphones and you can really hear everything that's going on, you're like, oh, this cranks. Like it goes crazy.
One song that I definitely rediscovered, and it's like the cheesiest, like I'm a Good Person song. It's such a stereotype. Is Where's the Love?
But it's phenomenal.
But it goes so hard.
What's wrong
the
with the world, mama?
Is so good.
Yeah, it is. The instrumental is great. But even, the stuff they did with samples was also really unique and kind of innovative. Like, rock that body. Come on, rock that body. Like the stuff that they did, essentially creating what felt like a vocal melody out of something that was not a human vocal, or like sounded completely cyborg. A lot of times that kind of sound can be used as a background device or kind of like a gimmick, but they used it in a way that like was integral to the song and like a part of the hook. And that's kind of part of their whole brand later in the 2010s was like they're like this band from the future. But man, when you go back and hear it, you're like, wow, they really like, I don't know, broke into this kind of new territory. And big respect for the Black Eyed Peas.
I'm looking at the cover art of Elefunk right now, and it's Fergie, right? Fergie's in that band.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Her in a sideways fuzzy visor is just, it's such a of that era thing. The like hip hop, the like white visor to the side, and it's like furry.
Right, yeah, it's like velvet.
So funny. Okay, so that leaves your number 4 spot open, and for your 4th spot, you have saved Nelly.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
So in this list, you have put Macklemore in front of Nelly, and Beyonce and the Black Eyed Peas. How do you feel about that?
I think in a perfect world, I would swap Macklemore and Nelly, but I'm keeping Nelly behind Beyonce. Yeah, I think I'm keeping Nelly behind Beyonce. His hits are world class, but there's not a ton of them.
I mean, you know how I feel about Nelly, right?
But to be fair, and yes, I do know, and you, I feel like, have kind of introduced me more to his music because I never totally jumped in. Like, I'm not as familiar as I could be with Nelly, and I'm as some of these other artists. Because honestly, I was just listening to a Nelly song today because I'm writing something that kind of has that 2000s feel to it, and I put on, because I know like his classics, which are all a little bit more kind of like upbeat, where he's kind of singing, if you want to go and take a ride, stuff like that. And one just kind of came on today that was like a hard beat, and he was kind of like more doing like a rapping kind of vocal over it, and I was like, oh dang, I'm not hip to this Nelly. So
yeah, I don't. For me, Nelly isn't. I don't think like the most technically, gifted, virtuosic rapper ever. But I do think he's my favorite. I do think he's my favorite ever.
Right.
And I think it's because he treats the way he puts verses together and the way his rhyme scheme works and the rhythmic way in which he delivers his verses he does it with the creativity of a very capable drummer.
Really? That's so interesting.
Yes. Like, listen to his verses on Hot in Here. Or even Ride With Me, the two big hits.
Right.
Both of his verses, just try and tap along on your legs with what he's doing rhythmically, and it's just very cool and natural, but also very unpredictable, and it doesn't just do one thing the whole time. It's always changing up, and it's always doing something just like super groovy and cool.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I know that it's been very tough for you to witness kind of the style and the kind of go-to cadence of hip hop turn into this just kind of like, pipe it up, pipe it up, pipe it up, pipe it up.
Yeah.
That's been rough for you.
Yeah, I mean, that was a whole thing, right? It's if you're a drummer and you just love cool rhythms and like getting creative just rhythmically, like there's not a lot, you're losing a whole side of it that you enjoy about it. So yeah, if I had a complaint about like the sort of mumble rap kind of stuff, it would be that, but it's not to say there's nothing to it,
Right. Yeah. But I've heard you mourn the the rhythmic complexity of.
I mean, let's be honest. In the mumble rap world, which I know you're a frequent visitor to,
I mean,
it's a fine line between a vibe that's really working and some straight booty cheeks, right? Am I crazy about that?
It's such a strange phenomenon because when you hear mumble rap and it kind of sounds like just straight up like this, the person that made the song is just they don't have a good sense of pitch. They don't have a good sense of rhythm. They just technically are not adept. Right. That quality has become cool. Like you listen to early Lil Yachty and he's rapping and you can, you it's not like you don't understand what, the rhythms that he's giving you, but you can tell he is out of time. Like he is rushing the line. He's fully just rushing the line and it sounds like out of sync with the beat, just fully. And that has become an attractive part of it. And, it makes sense because it's the most relatable you can get, right? It's like if you're listening to it, you're like, oh yeah, he's just like me,
Yeah.
And like, I get that. And I also I can tap into the like feeling of like, this is cool because this guy is so nonchalant. He's so not trying that it sounds like that. And not trying is just inherently cool for some reason. But it does get out of hand sometimes. It gets out of hand.
All right, dude, we've gone from early 2000s nostalgia all the way to mumble rap today. I feel like that's a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah, that's an analogy for our culture, I suppose, huh?
All right, we'll let your blind ranking lists, stand as a monument to what is worth listening to in culture.
Should have put Macklemore fourth. Almost did it. I almost had a perfect list, but those are the rules. Live to see another day. Peace out, dude.
Cool, dude. Yep. Have a good one. Catch you next time.
Bye.